You mustn't answer so.
Hey, welcome to episode number 33 of the Langille Show. My name is Brian Langille, and there's nothing wrong with a little self-promotion using your own offspring, right? Thank you to Owen for doing the intro. I really appreciate it. We were out in the driveway pulling out the garbage, and I said, Owen, can you say, my name is Owen, and you're watching the Langille Show? And he spits it out perfect. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. We're going to use that. I get him in front of the camera, and he talks at about 200 miles per hour. I'd slow it down so that it actually sounds better, but, you know, then it looks like he's talking in slow motion, and you know, the sound doesn't match the video. It's all a mess. Anyway, thank you, Owen. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try something a little bit different tonight. I'm going to get into that here in a second. But first of all, I'd like to give you an update on a previous issue. Remember when I talked about going to Tim Hortons and the lightning strike and the 546 on the keypad thing? Well, the other day I decided to go through it again. And I went through the drive-thru. It's the exact same person. I placed the exact same order. And I changed it up a little bit. Instead of using debit, I used cash just to see whether or not it would actually work. So I went through the drive-thru and placed my order. They said that'd be $3.46. Please drive through. So I drove up to the window, and as soon as I saw the person there, I was like, oh. Anyway, she goes, so that'll be $3.46. I'm like, sweet. So I handed her $4.46 and waited and waited. She goes, oh, wait, I owe you $1. I'm thinking, I didn't pull away from the window just because of the fact that my car was stuck in neutral. So she, you know, hands me my loonie and away I go. It's like, why do you have this woman working there? And why do you put her there in rush hour traffic? And why is it so hard to run a drive-through window? I mean, I gave you $4.46. The bill was $3.46. Immediately, it should be, here's your loonie, have a good day. Nope. It was close to a minute with me just sitting there and her not saying anything and me not saying anything. It was just, oh, I owe you $1. Yes, you do. And that's the update for that. Now, the second thing is if you're a fan of the What the Buck show, you know about Michael Buckley's Game Day. I'm going to totally admit, I'm ripping this off from Game Day, so Buck, if you're watching this, I give you full credit, and I really appreciate the fact you're watching my show. If you're not, then, you know, this will just fade into the world known as YouTube. Anyway, what he does is he comes up with a game, whether it be questions or whatever, and he asks the questions, that his audience responds to the questions. It's actually pretty cool. He even has a theme song for it. I'm not going that far because I don't have a jingle. Anyway, one night I watched it, and he took questions from a book called The Book of Questions. So I bought the book so that I could answer the questions, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to do what he does. I'm going to take this to the fans of the Langille Show, and I'm going to get them to respond. So feel free to write these down, answer your questions, and either, you know, reply in a text reply or a video comment. So I'm going to pick 5 questions at random. And I'm going to answer these. Now, I haven't read any of these yet, so it'll be kind of interesting. But these are going to be my responses to the book of questions. Link will be on the side here. Man, I hate that. Link will be on the side here. You can check it out as to where you can get the book from. But let's go. Question 1. If you could have free, unlimited service for 5 years from an extremely good cook, chauffeur, housekeeper, masseuse, or personal secretary, which would you choose? Wow, it's not really a good opening one, but we'll go with it. On the free, unlimited service from a good cook, chauffeur, housekeeper, masseuse, or personal secretary. I could go with a lot of these because if you know me, you know I'm incredibly disorganized. I'm trying to improve, but I am a little bit on the disorganized side. So a personal secretary would be awesome for that. A masseuse, not my thing. Housekeeper, no. Chauffeur, I like driving. I'm not going to worry about that. Good cook. Now, my wife is an amazing cook. So, I've got no need for a good cook for that. But if it'd be cool to give her a break for a year, I'd go with it. So it's either going to be the good cook or the personal secretary. To keep my marriage cool, I'm going to go with the good cook. I'm going to go with the good cook for a year if I could do it. So, see if question 2 is any better. Question 2. When did you last sing to yourself or to someone else? Man, why am I getting all the lame questions? Episode 14, maybe? When I sang the YouTube star. That's the last time I sang to myself, so, Question 3. Do you believe in any sort of God? If not, do you think that... Sorry. Do you believe in any sort of God? If not, do you think you might still pray if you were in a life-threatening situation? I believe there's somebody. I believe there's something. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't believe in the whole cloud palace in the sky with the gates and the whole 9 yards. I don't buy into that at all. But do I believe there's someone higher than us? Sure. I can't really explain it much more than that. Question 4, and we're hoping this is a good one. You and your closest friend and your father are all vacationing together, hiking in a remote jungle. Your 2 companions stumble into a nest of poisonous vipers and are bitten repeatedly. You know neither will live without an immediate shot of antivenom. Yet there is only a single dose of antivenom and it is in your pocket. What do you do? Wow. Do I save my dad's life or do I save my best friend's life? Ouch. I don't know. I mean, that sounds horrible, I know, but I don't know. I mean, do I save my dad's life or my best friend's life? My dad's like 30 years older than me, so he's lived his life, but it's my dad, right? So I don't know. My best friend? Maybe I'll split it in 2 and hope that they can hold out until we get somewhere for help. Yeah. That's my political answer. Question, was that 3? That was 4. Okay, question 5, and this will be the last one for tonight. I only have a minute left in the show anyway. If you found out that a good friend had AIDS, would you avoid him? What if it was your brother or sister? No, I wouldn't avoid a best friend if I found out that they had AIDS. No, I wouldn't. I would try to keep the situation as normal as possible, and you know how the thing where you act as though everything is fine. You don't want to elevate anything. Yeah, I would still, life would just be incredibly normal. Brother or sister, it'd be hard, but I do the same thing. Like as it stands right now, that there isn't an end, or there isn't an ending that's positive. But you'd stick with it, and yeah, I treat it the same. Anyway, I am out of time, so that went a lot faster than I thought. But my name is Brian Langille. This is the Langille Show. We'll do this again sometime. The Book of Questions. Hopefully, we'll get better questions next time. Until then, you can check out the Langille Show and all the local places. Thank you to Owen for the opening, and have a good night. See you later. Yes, so did you do